Happy Friday. As promised, one of our goals from this podcast is to share educational content about fitness and nutrition and lifestyle habits to help our community become a healthier and happier place to be. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to start your fitness journey. The advice I'm giving today is targeted towards the person who maybe doesn't have a plan put into place for their fitness journey or is lacking the motivation, education to start their fitness journey. And hopefully by the end of the episode, you have a plan put into place that you can start to work from. This is the same advice that we give to our members on a daily basis. This plan is the same plan I've given my family in the past to help them tackle their health and fitness goals. And it's what we believe to be the best path forward to accomplishing your health and fitness goals and just becoming the better version of yourself. So grab a pen and paper and get ready to start writing. It's a 6-step process. Step number 1, establish goals. Before you ever take any steps in your fitness, in your nutrition, and lifestyle habits, you need to identify what you're attempting to accomplish. This is the most important part, and it's part of the reason so many people fall off. So when you're setting goals, you need to be specific. I want to lose X pounds. I want to increase my strength by doing this exercise. I want to improve my cardiovascular health. I want to improve my longevity. I want to get off of my medication. I want to run a 5K. It can be whatever you want, but pick a goal and make it specific. The more specific you are, the more you can measure progress and really track things. So I want you to pause the video now, grab your pen and paper, and write down a primary goal and a secondary goal. Sweet. So step number 2 is setting expectations. We now need to timeline this out. I like to set our members' goals to be achievable within a 3 to 6 month window. It may not be possible to accomplish the big primary goal you just wrote down inside that 3 to 6 month window, but it's super important to have milestones to shoot for and strive for instead of just having this big audacious, I want to lose 100-pound goal. If you want to lose weight, an example could be, again, 100 pounds. We would aim for 20 pounds at a time in increments working towards that full 100 pounds. So that might be 20 pounds in 3 months. 1 pound a week is roughly a good starting point. Let's say you want to improve your strength. We can measure improving strength by an exercise like the goblet squat. So you could start by doing 5 goblet squats and finding the heaviest dumbbell you can possibly use for 5 reps. Every 3 months, we might try to improve that weight by 15 to 20 pounds. And we can set a goal to improve our strength, we measure our starting point, and then we can incrementally go up from there. So now what I want you to do is pause the video again and set some expectations and milestones to the goals you've written down. Step number 3, write down a fitness plan. So now it's time to determine what we're actually going to do to accomplish these goals. The plan you determine for your fitness is completely dependent on the goals you've set. And it would be really tough for me to talk about every single goal and what fitness plan you need to accomplish that goal. But I'm going to start with some of the basics. If you're currently not exercising, our recommendation is 2 to 3 times a week to get started. If your goals are weight loss, start with things that are very cardiovascular based, like brisk walks and increasing your movement throughout the day. If your goal is improving strength, you need to add in strength training. If you're looking for longevity, you want a mix of everything: solid cardiovascular health, a good weightlifting plan, solid mobility plan, and something that encompasses a wide variety of different exercises. If your budget is limited, you can find a set of dumbbells on Marketplace, or you can go for walks for free. You can do more yard work. You can get movement in any variety of ways, and you can do it from home. Your other options for adding in fitness would be joining a group and joining a community like ours at TillaFit, or visiting a gym like CF Fitness or Planet Fitness or Mammoth Fitness, where it's more of a 24/7 access type of gym, and you can create something on your own. The last piece of advice when it comes into adding new movements like walking, lifting, mobility, whatever it may be, is you need to make small incremental jumps so you're going to avoid injury. If you're currently doing nothing and you set a goal of doing 10,000 steps a day, you're potentially asking for an injury to happen in the foot, the calf, the Achilles, because you're going from 0 to 100. Make small incremental jumps, just a little more than what you're currently doing, and you can increase that month after month or week after week. Pause the video now and write down your fitness plan and add it to your calendar. The more specific you can be with the days and the times that you plan on doing your fitness, the better off you'll be. Step number 4, write down a nutrition plan. We can talk an entire episode entirely on nutrition, but I'm going to try keeping this short. Our biggest piece of advice is starting by adding more whole foods. When you go to the grocery store and every time you look at your plate, you should see a colorful meal filled with produce or veggies, carbs, and protein. So I want you to pause the video now and write down your next grocery list for when you go to the store. You should have 3 to 4 vegetable options, 3 to 4 protein sources, and 3 to 4 carb sources that you're going to buy at the store next time that you're going to start making at home to add into your nutritional plan. Step number 5, determine how you're going to track progress. This is an important step. When you set your goals, you need to understand how you're going to measure progress. Because now you have a plan, you have the goal, and we need to determine if what you're doing is actually getting you closer towards your goal. So if it's weight loss, what you can do is get on the scale today and get on the scale every week or every other week to measure progress and see if your plan is actually working. If your goal is improving your strength, we can measure your goblet squat every other week for those 5 reps to see if it's making an improvement. Stop the video now and write down your plan on how to track goals or how to track your progress. The final step, step number 6, find a training partner, share your goals with them, and hold yourself accountable. Consistency is key, and the more people you get involved in this journey, the better you're going to be towards accomplishing your goals. And the great part is, regardless of how far you are in your fitness journey, you can repeat these steps for any level of fitness you're at to continue accomplishing new goals. Thank you for listening, and have a great weekend.